A Supertrainer for only $170? How could I resist? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Frank from Daily Grind Running, and today I have a new shoe review of the Topo Specter 3. Is the Topo Specter 3 just another hype machine, or is it the wide footer's dream? Is this shoe good enough to put Topo on the map, or is this a shoe that I will be sending back? Let's get out there, get the miles in, and find out for ourselves. Let's go. It has a very wide platform in the forefoot. See if you can see that. One of the features of Topo shoes is the anatomical toe box, and it just gives you more space for toe splay. The length feels true to size, but I do feel the extra width. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. Man, if I wasn't a shoe reviewer, if I didn't have a crazy big rotation, it'd be hard not to pull for this shoe every single day. It's just perfect for me as a midfoot striker. This is a shoe that makes me feel a lot lighter than I am. I feel protection in the forefoot, nowhere near bottoming out, and I wasn't sure, being under 40 millimeters, if I was going to miss the extra foam, but the geometry, the weight, the bounciness of the foam really allows me to forget about the fact that it is under 40 millimeters. What a fun shoe. I hate to use this cliche now, but if it had a swoosh or 3 stripes on it, it would be the most popular shoe out right now, and it probably would be going for $220. I feel good, the shoe feels good, and we're just going for it. This might be that one shoe to rule them all, and one shoe to bind them. There's your Lord of the Rings reference for the day. No, but in all seriousness, there's very few shoes that I would say are do-it-all, one hit quit, can replace every single shoe in the whole lineup. Man, this is truly Goldilocks zone. Fantastic. I freaking love this foam, man. The few shoes that are currently in rotation that this shoe basically nullifies are crazy. This might be just that sleeper banger, that ninja that moves in silence, that just takes people out, that takes shoes out. I'm already thinking about, why would I buy the Nova Blast 6 when I can buy this? I'm thinking about, why would I not just save $55 and get rid of the Mega Blast and buy this? I'm thinking, head to head, give me that extra $30 roughly, and I'm buying this over the Dynafish down here. What else? What else is this putting to sleep? For $55 less, you can get this over the On Cloud Monster 3 Hyper. This thing just slaughters that. The only shoes that are guaranteed in my top 5 right now over this shoe, I mean, I'm talking about guaranteed. You have the A6 Super Blast 3s and the Adidas Hyper Boost Edge. That's it. I'm not sure if there's another shoe where I can say right now, at this moment, is definitively better than this shoe and higher on my list. I'm on tired, beat up legs right now, averaging 9:28 pace. Earlier, I was just talking and running, and I was below 9. Not even thinking about it. That just tells you what kind of shoe the Topo Specter 3 is. It's a very nice outsole. Tons of coverage of rubber and decently sticky as well. This shoe is not a max stack behemoth. And that really aids to the weight, the turnover being high, and just really being one of these modern up-tempo, elevated daily trainers. So when I was running in the Mega Blast, the FF Turbo Squared is a very bouncy aliphatic TPU, but it is not my preferred style of foam. It does not have that sink. It has more of that responsive pop where you don't sink down into the foam really at all, and then it pops you forward. And then you have the opposite end of the aliphatic TPU spectrum, the FF Leap, where you feel like you can press the entire foam and then it bounces back very nicely. I think it's my favorite foam, but it does have that extreme sink in and then bounce. So it's a longer compression, decompression cycle. But this foam feels like it's in between those two shoes, or in between those two foams, where you get a little bit of the sink in and compression, but then you get a quicker rebound than the FF Leap. So if you're looking for a aliphatic TPU foam that is very lively and bouncy, but not as firm as the Mega Blast, then I feel like this is really a home run for you. This is my first Topo shoe, and what better time to get out here and let it rip than now when they have this amazing new foam, and Topo is really coming on strong. The Spectre Elite looks fantastic, and if this shoe works for me, that could be my race shoe for the fall. I don't know. Or this could. Maybe this shoe could be. As a shoe reviewer, one of my favorite things to do is to figure out a shoe. Now that sounds pretty obvious. That's why I'm doing this. But when it really clicks and you really feel like you understand a shoe, and it's so exciting. And that's what I want to convey to you, not just right now, but in these videos. Not that I'm an expert, not that my opinion is the best opinion or the one that matters the most, but hopefully I can show you, or at least tell you in these videos, why I feel the way that I do, and hopefully I can convey it in a way that helps you to make a very informed decision. So, having said all of that, what is this shoe like? This shoe has one of the most bouncy heels of any shoe I've ever run in. It's like you land, for me, at the midfoot, and you get a little bit of that heel compression, and then it really bounces you forward. You can hear it. That biggest sound in the bounce is coming from the heel. But the forefoot almost feels like pancake flat a little bit, to where it absorbs the impact, and by the time the heel flings you forward, it's like the midfoot and the forefoot catch up and you're able to spring into your next step. So it's a very unique compression and bounce, where the heel is almost the one that bounces you forward. But this forefoot is soft and squishy and bouncy enough to where you really don't feel that sensation. Partner with a really nice toe spring and rocker in the forefoot. So it really keeps you rolling smoothly and the turnover high. But man, that's exciting. Not just to figure this shoe out, but to really feel the full benefit of what Topo was trying to do in this shoe. I'll keep saying it, but this shoe feels like a steal at $170. Price is a factor, right? If this shoe is my Mega Blast and that shoe comes in at $225, but this shoe is $170, and I find them comparable, then come on guys, do the math. You're already a third of the way to a different pair of shoes with the savings that you're gonna get from this shoe. When I get up and go and I give it the gas that it deserves, when I put that premium 93 unleaded in there and really rip, then this shoe comes alive. This is the one that I put on, and I can go long. I can get up and go. A zone 3 banger, just stable, grippy, protective, but also soft and bouncy. Although it can be used for daily paces, this shoe wants to go faster. I feel that with this rocker and this foam, it's not as comfortable at those easy paces. Now, can it do it? Like I said, yeah, it can do it. But just the way that this shoe is intended to be used, it wants to go fast. Welcome to the post-run debrief of the Topo Specter 3. First of all, I've run 18 miles in this shoe over 2 runs, and every single mile was sensational. I have loved every step in this shoe, to be honest. But let's get into the upper first. You have this nice breathable mesh upper with ventilation holes that really just do a great job of creating some airflow. In these hot summer months, it has felt fantastic on foot. The heel has nice padding. The tongue is not gusseted, but it does lock your foot into place using this little lace lock technique here. So you have a nice secure heel and midfoot area, so you have no heel slip whatsoever. But then you get into this toe box here, which is wide, and it is one of Topo's signature aspects of their shoes, this wide anatomical toe box. It did give me a very generous fit, and I'm glad that I went with the size 12, although I probably could half size down. If you're between sizes, I would say go with your true to size, and I would not size up the half size up. So I'm between an 11.5 and a 12. I went size 12, and I think that the length was right, but just it's a very generous fit. So just that one thing, it wasn't sloppy. I didn't have any sliding or any issues with irritation or blisters, but it is something to note about this shoe. There's also this only colorway for men's, the men's version, and not my favorite, but it does look good. I guess it has grown on me a little bit. Normally I just prefer a more plain black or white or gray or navy colorway. And but yeah, overall I think the design on this is nice. The fit and feel of this upper is really great. If you have a normal width to wide foot, I think you'll really enjoy this toe box. If you have a more narrow foot, then that half size down probably would give you just a little bit better of a lockdown. Okay, moving on to the outsole here. You have a lot of rubber coverage, and I think it's held up really well through the 18 miles. Basically no wear of note. I mean, it's fairly brand new, 18 miles in. So yeah, it's tacky, it's sticky, it's going to be durable. It should last for a couple hundred miles, no problem. I do think that brands are going away from this traditional rubber outsole, but for me, no complaints. There is some exposed midsole foam, but it's just discolored and there's no wear. So I don't think there'll be any issues with that either. Let's get into the midsole here, which is the hero of the shoe. This is the all new Rev Foam from Topo. It's an aliphatic TPU. You have 39 millimeters in the heel, and you have 34 in the forefoot for a 5 millimeter drop from heel to toe. And you have this nice rockered geometry. There's not many flat spots on this shoe. And the midsole itself is really, really fantastic. It is quite soft, and even up in the forefoot, I mean, you really, really have a soft foam. It's a nice, soft and cushioned landing, and I just love this midsole. But the good thing about it is it's very light, it's very airy, it's very punchy and bouncy. It's not a soft foam that you sink into and then it takes a while and it's slow before you get a nice toe off. No, this is extremely bouncy. I land in the midfoot, and when I land in the midfoot in this heel, I land and the foam absorbs the impact, but then it's so bouncy. I cannot describe it to you, but this heel is one of the bounciest heels I have ever run in. It's just absolutely fantastic. And the beautiful thing about it is this foam does not die. So across all the miles, even at mile 10 in a long run, it feels just as good as it did at mile 1. You do have this like midfoot area where I don't know if you can really tell, but it kind of comes up and then it comes back down. So you have almost these two landing platforms. You can land like midfoot and heel, and then when you transition into the forefoot, you hit this nice lip right here, and this forefoot really absorbs the impact. It's soft, but then it really has a nice punchy toe off. I mean, it is a flexible shoe. There's no plate in it, but man, this feels like you are like a bunny rabbit that you got some big hops. So, or like you're just like an NBA player that can just dunk on a 12-foot rim. So overall, this is a really fantastic package. It's bouncy. It is a little bit lower stacked compared to some of the more modern, very tall stacked Supertrainers. Like the Mega Blast has like 7 more millimeters of foam in the heel. But this, like I said, 39 millimeters in the heel, 34 in the forefoot. So you have tons of foam in the forefoot. You do not bottom it out despite it being soft, and you do not feel like you're missing any foam in the heel. It really is an engineering feat from Topo that this shoe makes you feel like you have 40 plus, but it's delivered to you in a package that's under 40 millimeters in the heel. So it's a really remarkable ride. I think that this shoe is best for those up-tempo runs, long runs, and you could even race a half marathon or a marathon in this shoe. I also think that when I was having to slow down a little bit on my long run, it still felt really good. So a very versatile shoe, wide range of paces, definitely would be the daily trainer of the year over the Nova Blast without a doubt. But this shoe is so good, the foam is so upgraded, that this really is like my speed day super trainer of the year so far in 2026. But there you have it. One of the best shoes on the market in 2026. It just feels so fun to run in. The fun quotient is on 10. And who knows, maybe this shoe could be my fall marathon shoe of choice. It's definitely in the running, and we'll see how it shakes out. As of right now, on my rankings, I had this third, but spoiler alert, this could be going up the power rankings towards number 2 or even number 1 towards the end of the year as I get more and more miles in the Topo Specter 3. So congratulations, Topo. You are definitely on the map. It was tongue-in-cheek, you know, topographical map. But anyways, enough of the dad jokes. Good job. I'm excited to see what the Specter Elite can do for me and some of your other offerings going forward in 2026 and into 2027. If you are not considering Topo, you should be considering Topo now in 2026. So there you have it, my shoe review of the Topo Specter 3. I'll catch you guys on the next one. As always, every mile counts, and stay on that daily grind.